When you meet someone new, they always ask, "What do you do?" And I say, "I'm an artist." And then the next question is always, "Oh, well, what do you make?" And I tell you, there are a lot of days I feel like just saying a mess. I'm just making a mess. Some days that's just my goal. I have never had this muse or this story I feel like I needed to tell. For me, art was always about the making. It was about the experimenting, the trying. It was seeing something and saying, "Hey, what would it look like if I did that, but I did it this way, or I added that, or I subtracted this, or I tried it with this material?" Making art has always been just one big experiment to me. My tagline is, "I don't see the world as it is, I see the possibilities." And I feel like that's what I'm going for. You can look at an apple, you can paint an apple, you can draw an apple, you can photograph an apple. But what happens if you make that apple blue? Or if you make that apple out of 1,000 little tiny dots? Or if you paint the apple, cut it up, and weave it back together? That to me is where the art lies. It's taking the ordinary, it's taking the obvious, and making art out of it. And this isn't always pretty. This is a lot of times a mess. My sketchbook isn't full of beautiful drawings and composed pictures. It's full of ideas, quick thoughts, notes, quick sketches, and my thoughts about it. Not everything I produce in the studio is meant to be for the wall. Sometimes it's just meant for the trash can. I don't hesitate to throw something away. And I that's something I see other artists, they think, okay, once they have that label of artist, everything they make is magic and it's got to have a price tag on it. And I don't agree with that. Sometimes what we make is just to help us grow, to help us learn, to move on to the next thing, which will be some art we can share with the world, which can be something we put out there. But a lot of art is just part of the process, part of the learning, part of the experimenting, and part of the growing. And frankly, a lot of it's just a mess, but that's okay. I'm going to keep making all the messes I can, and occasionally some art.